Hello and welcome to the arena. Today we have a mono red burn deck because it is the cheapest to do, and we are trying to build out our profile in Historic, in Explorer, but it is going to take a while. Today we are crafting Bonecrusher Giant. Yes, this guy is very special indeed. Damage can't be prevented this turn. Stomp deals 2 damage to any target. When a Bonecrusher Giant becomes a target of a spell, Bonecrusher Giant deals 2 damage to that spell's controller. So, it's a nice tempo play to get rid of a creature, and then it becomes a pretty significant body on the field once it gets there. Now, let's talk about adventures for just a second. Adventures, you could play this. They're 2-sided cards basically, but they're all on one side. So the stomp costs 2 and it's an instant and an adventure. Then you could cast it for its spell cost. That's why I like Rimrock Knight. That's why I like Bonecrusher Giant so much, because you could do a spell, you could do an instant, and then you get a creature to muck up the board a bit and make it harder for your opponent to actually do damage. But this deck in particular is not focused on adventures per se, but on a very special combo that we are going to be trying to pull off. We've got Thud, we've got Infuriate, we've got Ancestral Anger. What are we doing with these 3 cards? Well, we've got these bodies like the Monastery Swiftspear, and we are trying to pump them up as big as we possibly can. +3, +2, plus X, +0, where X is the number of cards named Ancestral Anger in the graveyard. We also get to draw a card with Ancestral Anger, but we put everything on the Monastery Swiftspear, make it really, really big, swing for massive amounts of damage, and then Thud, sacrifice the Monastery Swiftspear and deal damage equal to the power of Monastery Swiftspear to the opponent. We could also target the Bonecrusher Giant or the Rimrock Knight with this, but it's going to be a little bit weaker with the Bonecrusher Giant because you are going to be dealing damage to yourself the entire time, but that is just the price that mono red pays to win on turn 3 or 4. Rimrock Knight also has that adventure, +2, +0 till the end of turn. So if we're going to be using our Boulder Rush ability here, and we do plan on doing that before we cast him for 2. But we can cast him for 2 and have this as another target for all of the spells that we have. We also have Lightning Strikes and Play with Fires in here, and that is mostly just to get damage off on the opponent. Early game with Play with Fire to try to scry to the things that we need, and Lightning Strike is probably going to try to be the finishing blow if we cannot get these things into our hand. We do have a lot of opportunity to get them into our hand though, because Ancestral Anger does draw a card. Ambergris can get cards into the hand because you could discard your hand to draw 2 cards. If you don't have the things that you need, Ambergris might be able to get you those things. And we also play 4 copies of a Reckless Impulse in order to exile the top 2 cards of your library, and until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. Before we jump into the arena, I just want to make a quick insert here. This is your editor speaking, CoffeeStout from the future, and we make a change in this deck a little bit later on that's actually going to change it from a historic deck to an explorer deck. So if you're interested in seeing that, definitely stick around, see what we do, or do what most people do and just skip to the halfway point in the video and see where it goes from there. Yes, we are doing both today. We're going into historic, we are going into explorer, and we are going to try to rack up some wins. Thank you for joining today. Make sure that you've liked the video and subscribe to the channel. We are almost at 1,000. And we're off to the races. Horrible start, only 1 mana. Not any combo pieces in hand, so we mulligan. We could probably do something with this. And I think we actually dump a Swiftspear here. Hate to do it. We get another one. Never punished. Never ever punished. Swing. Down to 19. First blood. Run Crab. Uh-oh. He's going to be doing some mill things, guys. He did mill some things that we didn't want. And here we go. Continue to grow the stuff. and get the damage off as fast as humanly possible. Here is 6 coming at the face. He blocks the 2, takes 4. He mills 10 cards for me. Wasn't expecting mill. Bonecrusher Giant. We probably want to do a stomp. We're just swinging in. He does not block. So we grow again. We wanted him to fall into the trap of the Bonecrusher Giant, but he did not. Swing! Oh, hello! Hey, I thought he was coming in hot. Could do a couple of things here, but I think we want to impulse. We get mana. That's fantastic. We won't be able to get a whole lot of damage off here. Not shy about blocking that at all, is he? Okay, drowning the lock. Very nice piece right here. And we get to play with fire. Let's actually Reckless Impulse again. Opponent. Where are you? There you are. Mana. And I think we swing, right? Yeah, we're going to swing. As said, this deck has multiple ways of actually getting the job done. Yes. Right here. 6. 7. No mana. That's it. That is it. Should have blocked. Should have blocked. There we go. First game in ranked accomplished. It's been a while. No creatures, so we mulligan that first hand. Swiftspear. Ambergeist. Ambergrease. Words. Ancestral Anger. Like, I like all of the things. All of them. Uh-huh. 2 Ancestral Angers now. Consider. Alright, we got a tempo player here. His deck is actually trying to do similar things to my deck. Okay, we get another mountain, which is perfect. Swing. Pop you in the face. Spectral. Sailor. He doesn't use him to block. Creatures to control. With playing, get +1/+1. Swinging. Aggressive opponent. I love it. Looks like we're really not getting our thing off. Now he can return this to my hand. Nope, he considers. He's out of mana. So we get all the damage we want off. What a beautiful, beautiful thing. Keep growing him. Oh, oh, that is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Just keep it rolling. Another sailor coming in hot. More favorable winds. How aggressive are you really, opponent? Okay, we definitely want to Reckless Impulse here. We get an Ancestral Anger and a Play with Fire. We want to do this. We want to reach real deep. And he has, he definitely has Trample, so I think this is game no matter what. No, he could double block here. He's still alive then. but not by much. We're going to do this now. I probably missed Fatal there. I should have probably had a Monastery Swiftspear on the board a little bit longer. So it's on me if I lose, but never punished, right? Never ever punished. We still have not seen Bonecrusher Giant take off, but Monastery Swiftspear has thus far been way too fast. And as I say that, we do get a Bonecrusher Giant in the hand. Pretty good stuff. Yeah, should have played the mountain there, but I'll ping myself for one. That's me giving the opponent a handicap. Interesting stuff. We got a mono red player on the opponent's side as well. Let us smashy smash facey face. Mana. What you got? Swiftspear. Okay. Channeler. Okay. Good stuff all around. And we got enough to cast the Bonecrusher Giant, which is fantastic. If he swings here, we take. It might kill us, but we've got to take it, right? Ancestral Anger gives trample as well. He's smashy smash face. What, is that Surveil? Yeah, that's Surveil 1. Maybe this needs to be part of this deck. Okay. Getting big. Exile the top 2 cards of your library until your next turn. You may cast those. Play those cards. 3 damage. And that is a shame. I'm going to give him one of those old nices. And the rest of the game, we're just going to try to stay alive. Again, we do have a way through this. The only way out is through, as they do say, and they say that somewhere. I'm not sure where exactly. But this is not looking good. At all. Rimrock Knight cannot block. That's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to have to take it. Now, we are a long way away from victory. We got to play with fire. Let me count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got the Thud. Let's see if we have it. Yes. This. I think we have it. 8. Oh, we have it. We have it, guys. Oh, we have it. Oh, no. Opponent. Thud. To the face. Paying 1 life down to 2. Sacking the Rimrock Knight. And adios. Woohoo! I thought we were going to lose a match. But no. No. The shuffler had different plans. Oh, that was so fun. Oh, that was nice. We're going to add 1 more card to this deck. Electrostatic Infantry is really showing that he probably wants to be here in this deck, so we're going to put him in. We're going to give him a shot, and we're probably going to go down the ambergris. So the things I said about the ambergris, let's ignore it for now, and now we could actually get into the arena, and we could actually play this in Explorer, which means that we're not going to have to deal with any of the alchemy stuff or any of the historical archive stuff. It limits the ways the opponent can kill us. So let's get into some Explorer ranked, burn it down, damage to the face, punchy punchy, fight fight, burn the face. Bonecrusher Giant, Swiftspears, not my favorite hand I've ever seen. But no real reason to get rid of it. Swiftspear. Swing in for 1. First blood goes to us. Alright, Overgrown Tomb into Vassal of Nescancy. What are you? Enchantment, exile this. Reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You may put an artifact or enchantment land or a planeswalker card from among it into your hand, the rest into your graveyard. Thing is, that costs... Oh, it costs 2. It's not super slow. Next turn is going to be very large. We're hoping he does this, and he does. That's to your hand. Yes, it is to your hand. That's a good one. That's a really good one. He's trying to do that really aggro-y, kill you in the face really, really fast. But we want to be a little bit faster than that. We're going to start with the Ancestral Anger. We get Electrostatic Infantry, which is not great, but hey, we could Infuriate, and that is 10 damage. That's pretty good. If we draw another land, we mostly get him with the Bonecrusher Giant next turn. He immediately passes back to us. We Reckless Impulse. We'll get something that we need. Play with fire. Hello. We're gonna do it. Grow. Should be swinging in before this happens, but hey, again, never ever punished. I absolutely love it. Well, we have a hand. If we could get a creature here, we're going to be super happy. And yes, there it is. All you have to do is call what you want. Opponent says hello. We will hello him right back. Now, we're not going to be doing any of this stuff for a while. A couple turns. We need to build up a mana base. Invasion. Deals 2 damage to something, right? Yeah, and then he chose the right thing. Well, I'm going to punch you in the face just because I'm angry. We got our second land out. We need to get another land. And then we could play the Bonecrusher Giant. Then we're going to be dealing damage to ourselves. But we need that to happen. We did not get it. Wow, I think we're just passing. Uh-huh. A dwarf deck, huh? Tap an untapped creature you control, add 1 mana of any color. Okay. Gets a treasure from tapping a dwarf here. We're going to kill the dwarf now. Should have done it on our turn. I think we're going to get punished this time, guys. We're definitely going to get punished this time. We could at least try to take him down a notch. And, I just want to draw a card here. I see people do that all the time and I make fun of them. But I'm doing it right now. Here comes Den of the Bugbear. We're going to flip it. Yeah, he's going to flip it. He's going to probably target, yep, target that with the goblin. It just happened too fast. I couldn't really say it. He might have made a mistake, though. Let's see if I could draw a land. Yes, auto pay. We did not draw a land. Okay. So we'll swing anyway. Down to 11. That's 8-9. He doesn't have damage on field to kill me, which gives me another chance. He swings anyway. And there's damage to me. And this is going to be a fateful loss, guys. Oh, I wonder why he didn't power up the Den of the Bugbear and give me fatal. Maybe he's just playing with his food. Yeah, he's playing with his food. He wants to show me he has Ezekiel's Chariot. And then he wants to show me that he never didn't have it. So we're going to scoop it up. Yeah, that was a game. We didn't have any creatures at all. Turn 2. I think we determined that turn 2 is too slow, but we're going to keep it. Moles down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, mana. Ghast. It's been a while, Mr. Shambling Ghast. Oh, hello. Maybe we're not stuck in the same boat as we were in the last round where we just do not draw land and just die. Another Shambling Ghast. And we can start to grow the Electrostatic Infantry. No blocks. That was a little bit aggressive of you, opponent. Let's go with the Monastery Swiftspear. Let's go with an Ancestral Anger. Yes. Grow. Grow, my pretties. Of course we're going to pay the 1 life. Swing for 9. Takes a block. We got Trample. Probably just wants a treasure. Love the music. It's so noble. He keeps everything up. Well, we're going to play with fire. We're going to kill this. We're going to grow our boys. 1 damage shield draws a card. How do we want to do this? We're probably growing the Electrostatic Infantry. That's 7. We swing. We don't need a Thud. We don't need it. I was trying to think of a way to make it happen anyway, but we just won too quickly. That was my bad. Unfortunately, this is going to have to be the last one. We're going to be running up on the time on the video, and we don't necessarily want a 3-hour video, do we? I will make a 3-hour video, but nobody would watch it. I'm pretty sure everybody would immediately unsubscribe. This is not Jobs trying to make us watch him all day. Nah, I just want a few minutes of your time. We're going to do one more. Maybe my reputation precedes me. Probably not. Nobody knows I exist, but I mean, that was rather rapid. Maybe you didn't feel like playing mono red. I hate the hand. I have come to hate that hand. This hand, however, is fine. I go first as well. Aw, you shouldn't have. I think we keep and we get rid of the Electrostatic Infantry. We play this, we play this, we swing. We have the 2 creatures, so we didn't need the infantry here. Okay. I think we just do it 1. We draw more mana. Gross. And swing. And pass. Wonderful, wonderful mana. So we already had a loss to bricking. Getting mana screwed. Now it's time for the flood to begin. Let's get another Monastery Swiftspear out. We're going to swing. He probably does not block. He does not. Which means that we grow the Monastery Swiftspear. We swing in, get 10 damage off, and we could Thud here. But that might be preemptive. Huh. Any target, huh? Kill that. I know that mono white players, angel players, love Gaeta, Font of Hope. Love the card. Resplendent Angel. We kills it, make it dead, and we swing in for 2. And it looks like we're trying for the mid-range of the game. Wow, that's a lot of angels real fast, man. Yeah, 5 or more life, create a 4/4 angel. No thank you. Another guy, Ada. Font of Hope. Let's try to draw something better. Mana is not it. Okay, swing. Puts him down to 1. He goes down to 1 rather than giving up the Gaeta. Johnny.
I'm proud
of course it's Johnny.
Our true strength
creates a
lies in our
2/2.
friendships.
We are into top deck mode. Fully into top deck mode. All we have to do is draw a damage spell. Ah. Not good. Not good at all. Let's swing it face. He's going to block both. But I want to see how he's going to block. He has to block both. And we want to make sure to save both of our creatures. There we go. We'll try to get next turn. Never surrender, never give up. We are holding on by the skin of our teeth. If teeth do in fact have skin. Another Gaeta, Font of Hope. Another Johnny Pridemate. And the Book of Exalted Yadadas. Okay, well, no time like the present. We're going to sacrifice this. And deal 3 damage to your face. Never didn't have it, guys. Never didn't have it. All right. Let's go to the post game. And talk about this deck for just a little bit and what I would do rather than what I just did. You probably don't need the Bonecrusher Giant. You probably want more small creatures. Costing 3 in this deck doesn't really help you. Now, we did brick a few times, but we also flooded a few times. So that is shuffler shenanigans. I'd have to mess with this a little bit more, play a few more rounds, get a larger sample size to see if the amount of lands we have are good or if we need to add more of them. What else would I do? Well, Electrostatic Infantry seemed a little bit slow, but I would actually increase the amount of them and decrease maybe a play with fire. Do something like this. This is what's going to make it into the actual deck list that you see down below. Yeah, maybe Bonecrusher Giant needs to be faster. So let's look around for some red spells that we could put in here. Maybe the Dwarven Forge Enchanter. I think that this is a better choice than the Electrostatic Infantry, in all honesty, for this deck. Because it just seems faster, and your opponent does have to ping themselves if they want to remove it. I mean, I think that's a little bit better. Electrostatic Infantry does get 1/1 counters on him, though, rather than just a prowess. So maybe I'm overreaching by doing that. I think so, actually, because that guy doesn't have haste either. Let's look around a little bit more. Maybe haste. A hasty boy for 2. Or maybe something for 1, even. Felden could be okay. He digs. He helps you dig. But there's so much removal that usually he just gets removed. Maybe Electrostatic Infantry is the way we're going. Nah. Fireblade Charger looks like he wants to be in here. So there's a couple of different options. But I think that just making those small little tweaks that we did, reducing the play with fires, increasing the Electrostatic Infantry, I think that that's going to be just fine. And this is the one I'm posting down below. Yeah, it's hard to tell where this deck is going to improve or become worse. But it was effective enough to play a little bit over 500 in ranked with only 4 rares that we didn't use well at all, you know. So, I mean, definitely Bonecrusher Giant is a great card, but for this particular deck, he did nothing. Removed a couple of creatures here and there. But really, he dealt more damage to us than we dealt to the opponent by far. I'm still keeping him in here because, you know, it's a Bonecrusher Giant, and Bonecrusher Giant is always scary. Yeah, this is what I'm putting down below. I think this deck did well. It needs more strength, though. It needs to hit a little bit harder and a little bit faster for me to really want it to do some, or really want it to go high in ranked. Maybe even crash through. But let me know if you guys have a suggestion, because like this is good. It did really well. It was really solid, but it always felt like I was in the game. Always. But it just runs out of steam too fast. Maybe Ambergeist really does need to be in here. Yeah, we're going to have to take this dude over to Historic and put the Embergeist back in here, but I don't want to do that right now. Yeah, use Embergeist instead of Bonecrusher Giant, and I think you're going to have a much more solid deck. Yeah, even though, like, we could even call it another artisan build if we put 4 Ambergeists in here instead of the Bonecrusher Giant to try to get to the cards that we need. Yeah, even when I play rares, I take them out. Well, that's all for today. Thank you guys for joining me today in the arena. Make sure that you've liked the video and subscribed to the channel. Channel is almost to that fateful benchmark, and with your help, I could get there. Yeah, make sure to subscribe. Bye.